What's up, everybody? We are live from the Hive in the AMP studios. It's your host today, man. Shannon Miller, better known as Big Shan throughout the A-Leaf neighborhoods. And I'm here with a few special guests, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves today.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Riggins. I'm 18 years old, and I go to Elsick High School.
My name is Gino Bennett. I'm 17 years old, and I go to A-Leaf Elsick High School.
My name is Anaya Waddle. I'm 18 years old, and I also go to Elsick High School.
All right, that's what it is. Elsick in the house. I'm a proud alumni. Class of 1999. We may be the realest to ever do it. Okay. So how's everybody feeling today?
Good,
I feel good, man.
great.
I feel
Great,
amazing
I'm
right
alive,
now.
so I'm always great when I'm alive.
That's it. That's it. So today we're going to be simply talking about healthy relationships. And I first want to ask everybody here, what is your definition of a healthy relationship?
I would say my definition of a healthy relationship is communicating, growing, helping each other, supporting each other, laughs, giggles, jokes, anything that make the other person, your other partner feels, safe and happy.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, man. Kind of like what she said, like, if the couples, like y'all really happy, like y'all having a good time together, like ain't nothing negative between y'all for real, and like y'all can just easily come off agreements. I know what y'all talking about. It can be a lasting, healthy, ongoing relationship for like between the two.
Okay.
My definition of a healthy relationship is being mature, like stopping all the kiddie stuff and being mature. I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me say this, because I do want to point this out. When we say healthy relationship, we don't just mean like a physical relationship between boyfriend or girlfriend or however your dating situation is. Like, we are involved in many relationships. And the dynamic of a healthy relationship is the same across the board, except for romance, because that's only for a romantic relationship. But every other characteristics of a healthy relationship has to be there, right? And so explain to me maturity. I'm gonna hit some key points from everybody, but explain to me maturity in a relationship, because I believe that's important.
In all relationships with different people, like friends, mom, just knowing how to, like friends, mom, boyfriend, anything, just knowing how to like talk and like, don't go off actions, like actually acts and, get like, I don't know.
Yeah, like maturity, like romantic wise, like you see it a lot. Not much relationships really make it out of high school, middle school, none of that. So in high school, middle school, like you kind of like getting right in the brain, you maturing more. And some relationships really come out of college or just in the real world after college. So, yeah, so if you're not really mature enough yet, then it's not going to really be a healthy or lasting relationship between the two. Now, like family-wise or friend-wise, you just got to be mature, like knowing when you're wrong, just taking accountability for stuff. And, just, taking up for your responsibilities or your actions.
I can respect that. I can definitely respect that.
I also do think that maturity is taking accountability of your actions, but it also comes down to communicating as well, too. You have to be the bigger person in some situations. You always don't have to pick a fight. You always don't have to argue. You always don't have to tell a person, like, when they're wrong. If they know when they're wrong, they know when they're wrong. You don't always have to pick a fight with them.
So, man, I like what y'all saying. I do want to key in on a few things and a few points. But first, I want to ask y'all, who has taken the time to teach you what a healthy relationship is?
Like anybody, my mom mostly. Like my mom is my support system. She teaches me everything, and she really has sit down with me multiple times and taught me.
Okay.
I kind of say my mom, but I feel like mainly my dad, because I feel like he wants me to view life from a man's perspective, like he always wants to talk to me or just, what I'm saying, like get to know me and like how I view life right now, and just, like how he wants me to, do things the right way as I'm growing on and on in life. Yeah.
I feel like either my dad or my grandma, because like my dad gives me the perspective on how he did stuff and like how he did stuff with like different girls or like friends and stuff. Like he'll give me his perspective on that, and then my grandma, because grandmas be knowing like so.
Them old school ways.
Yes, like they be
Oh
knowing.
my God.
All right. Well, the reason I ask y'all that is because, you know, whether we understand it or not, we learn traits of relationships from all the people that we deal with. Like, you know, most of us, the first people we learn it from is our family. The problem with that is some of our family and the dynamics in which they were raised is not necessarily healthy.
Right.
You know, and so that's why a lot of people, when they get into relationships, friendships, whatever, it's hard for them to maintain because the structure in which they brought up is not healthy at all. You know, so it's powerful. I like the fact that, you know, most of y'all reference y'all parents. And I can only speak for myself. It took me, I didn't really have the respect that I should have had for my mother until I became grown. Because I was more focused on her shortcomings than the things that she was doing, right? And it took me to become an adult and to have kids and to realize she was doing the best she could with what she had to work with. And it may didn't satisfy me, but that doesn't mean that she could do more. She had to do more, right? And so that kind of helps me out. When it comes to your friends, what are some things that y'all look for in a friendship?
I would say the most thing that I look for in a friendship is someone I could talk to, a good listener, someone I can have fun with, someone that is not always too serious about situations, someone who doesn't have a stuck-up attitude, who is not jealous or envies people. Like, that's like most things I look for.
Okay.
You know, I'm a really big person on respect. You know, so like I don't like when people like try to, you know, like play around me too much, like where it gets to a serious point that like I really don't like that, you know, because now that I'm actually older, I view life differently, so, you know, so like I view people differently too. So, you know, like if you just a type of person that just like kind of, you know, just play too much, or like you just kind of like a negative person all the time, like I don't want to be around that. I don't want to deal with none of that, you know.
That's a smart thing. Knowing when to exit a relationship is a key.
Right.
You know, knowing when, somebody taught me a long time ago, and I'm gonna get the answer, I just want to explain this. They said when, like at a job, when somebody hires you, they hire you on what they believe you will be. When they fire you, it's because of who you are.
Right.
And that's the same thing with a relationship. When I first meet a person, it's on the expectation of what I think or who I think you can be. But when I leave a relationship or I cut a person off, it's based on who you are as a person. Right? And then I'm going to let you get yours in.
What I look for in a friend is somebody who's not like always negative, who like talk mess about people. I don't really like that. Like, I'm not really a negative person.
Okay.
Somebody who's like, who you can go to for advice. Somebody who's like respectful to like your family. Like, I don't want no friend who come in my mama's house and don't speak. Like, that's like a red flag to me. Like, just somebody who has like respect and like somebody kind of like you but not like you. Like, you can relate to in a way.
Gotcha. They don't have to be your twin.
Yeah.
But we got to have some similar understandings.
Like,
So let me ask y'all some questions. Some things, and y'all give me y'all perspective on how y'all feel about this in a relationship. Is roasting okay in a healthy relationship?
I feel like roasting and joking is okay to a certain extent. I feel like if you're not hitting below the belt and you know that your other partner is joking and playing around, it is fine, it's perfect, it's okay. But if you're hitting below the belt and you're saying some stuff that you know that your partner feels insecure about, you know your partner do not like you saying, like, that is a no-go because you're doing that on purpose to hurt them. So no, that wouldn't be okay. But a little joking never hurt nobody.
Okay.
Right. Kind of like what she said. A little roast don't hurt, you know, but like it really, like, it certainly gets to a point though, like saying, like, for example, like, you ugly, this and there, like, you got pimples on your face, like, your feet big, like, now that's funny, but now, like, going, like, above and beyond saying, oh, your grandmama dead, huh?
Like,
Like,
yeah.
what? Like,
Nah.
like, come on, like,
Okay.
it's like, yeah, but, like, it as long as you just, like, kind of, like, surface level with it, it's cool, it's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't want no serious relationship in like any relationship, like friend wise. I'm like always joking, but I feel like when something's not a joke. Like when it's not a joke. Like it's like something that you could tell somebody and they throw it in your face as a joke, and you like, I know that's not a joke. Like it honestly gets to a point, and I know they know where that point is, but they just choose to go over it.
So I want to say this. Sometimes you don't know, and because I've experienced that. I am the flame 'em up king. I grew up my life. I have when it comes to roasting, I have a lot of things available for people to roast. Dark skin, nappy hair, fat, all these things, right? So growing up, I used to hear all of the roast and everything, right? And so I'm gonna tell a story, and Trish, I'm gonna tell this about you. And Trish is one of my closest friends, right? And we grew closer after this day. Yeah. We were in speech class at LC, and Trish starts roasting, and she's flaming me up, and I'm like, chill, you know what I'm saying? This ain't really what you want, right? And I love it. It's like my sister, right? So she has this big forehead, right? And she's yellow, and so I'm like, you need to stop. So now I'm like, okay, so you want to be Homer Simpson, right? And every time she's not really good at roasting, so every time she would say something that's not funny, I just hit her with the Homer. Why you look right? And before I know it, she just runs out the class crying, right? And because this is my friend, I'm like, man, like, what's going on? She's like, no, you don't know. Like, I have real insecurities about my forehead, this and that. And I'm like, why would you even start roasting me? And then if that was the case, like, why wouldn't you stop? Like, I understand with friendships, you have to learn the individual. And for me in that day in our relationship, that was a learning day. You know what I mean? Like, because I didn't heard the worst of the worst roast. So you can flame me all day. I'm never going to take it personal. But for her, because, she's a beautiful girl, and for that date, I touched one of those insecurities. It hurt. Now, did we build on our relationship after that? Yeah. Like, because that was never my intention. And I never knew that was your insecurity.
But like, people can't dish something out that they wouldn't can't
You
take. Like, you
yeah.
can't do that.
That's
like,
one thing I don't like.
I don't know what she said to you, but I'm pretty sure she said.
Oh, she just, roasting is a talent. And you have to be able to take some and give some and to point out aspects that other people would not even think about, right? But with that, and the reason why I brought that up is, how much time does it take you to even consider being in any type of relationship with anybody? That's friendship. Well, family is automatic. Like, you born in that thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though I got some cousins I don't rock with.
Yeah, definitely.
So what is y'all timeline before you really call somebody a friend? How long does it take?
Well, I really don't have a timeline on it. It's just when I see you and I see the way you move with other people and your other friends, say if you have other friends besides me, like you talk to other people, I see how you move with them. And if you're moving like according to that I want a friend to be, like, then I will call you my friend. But if you're not moving like that, then I won't call you my friend. Like, so that usually be taking a couple weeks.
A couple weeks? Okay.
With me, I don't really know. Like if you cool, like you cool people. Like, I'll be like, sometimes I just get cool people and make friends off of small interactions. You know what I'm saying? So like if I see you, like walking, I'll say what's up. But like, I don't know if you really my friend. Like, I feel like it's difference between friends and people that you know. Like you see somebody, like, it's like you say what's up, that's somebody you know. But like somebody you actually like kick with for like like for a while, that's your friend.
Like somebody you talk to outside of school, do stuff with outside of school.
Yeah.
Okay, I can agree with that.
It takes me a while to call people my friends. Like, I be having to learn people first, and learning people takes a long time. Like, for me, I wouldn't call nobody my friend in like no month or two, no 3 weeks. Like, it take longer than that. Like, way longer than that. That's like getting with somebody after 3 weeks. Like, no, I don't know you.
I feel like getting
I
with
don't know
somebody
you.
and being friends with people, it's like 2 different timelines. Like,
Okay.
But like,
I like that.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's different. I feel like it's the same in a way. Just the title is different.
So look, I want to end it with this. And I like where y'all are going with that. The reason why I even asked, because it should be a time scale. And whenever you meet somebody, it should be on a time scale, and you should be processing how much you want to let this person into your life, right? And then you don't allow people in without going through the time frame of understanding who they are, because just because I met you on day one, there may be trust, but it is not enough trust for me to build this relationship. I'll only trust you from what I see. And so I want to end it with this. Whether it's a friend or a romantic relationship, and even some family members, it should start off with a 90-day probationary period. You should watch them, learn them for 90 days. In the process of those 90 days, you need to be doing a full investigation of how they handle themselves in certain situations, and pay attention. Pay attention to how they treat other people around them. Pay attention to how they treat the waiters. Pay attention to how they treat their parents. Pay attention to how they treat their other friends. Pay attention to how they treat their pets. Pay attention to how they treat their clothes, because these things are a reflection of that person. And when you start to see the smaller details, you can understand exactly who they are. And so before I fully open myself up to you, I'm going to get an understanding on you, right? Is there anything y'all want to say before we head out?
no, that's it.
Real heavy on like the parents, how they treat their parents. Like, that just shows like if you with somebody and you not even with somebody, you talking to somebody and you hear him like in the background on the phone with, I mean not on the phone, but like his mom in the background, he just calling her all type of stuff, being so disrespectful. He would do that to you.
Oh my God.
He would do that to you.
You are correct. So
That's crazy.
let me sign out with this. Once again, this is Big Shan live from the Hive at AMP Studios, and what we want to tell y'all is, look, check this out, man. Maintain a time frame and pay attention to how your friends and family treat other friends and family, because that tells you exactly who they are. Until we see y'all again, man, you know what it is, man. Everybody have a good day.
Peace out.
Bye from the Zillionaire.
Bye from the Be Busy Company.
People busy.
And so you a waddle? You keying them up my feet?
This has been an AMP production.